if it did flip, there's no way he would know about it whatsoever.
True, but I know he's going to come around to everyone.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be a cocky, smug asshole.
God, I want him gone.
So do I.
He's such a fucking prick. And
you did
Nick
enjoy,
was right. We voted the wrong
He did enjoy the fact that I threw his shirt over the wall.
You told him?
No. You know what? The songs this morning, I was sitting there going, we're halfway there, Bon Jovi. And then the next one was Sweet Child of Mine. I'm sitting there going, Danielle. And the third one, Been Caught Stealing. I'm sitting there going, Dustin's close.
That's funny.
It is hilarious.
You were always throwing out the trash.
Constantly.
Did you just wake up? Yeah. Oh. It's like 4. That's so funny.
The Eminem song. We need a little controversy. You have to be the most controversial in here. I'm like, this is nice.
I liked the Billy Idol. That was cool.
Yeah, Rebel Yell. It was so funny because I was actually thinking about that song last night when they were playing music.
The only thing I need to happen most likely next week, if you do go home, is Dustin can't win HOH.
Oh, for you next week if I go home?
For Danielle, for me, for whatever.
If I go home, the best thing is you guys to win HOH. And
I mean, the second best thing is for him not to win.
For you?
No, for Dustin. No,
for
just
you.
In general. Even for Danielle, I think.
Well,
because then I got a potential
Amber
chance.
Has no shot unless it's throwing darts at a dartboard blindfolded after being spun around 5 times is the only way that she's gonna have a shot at anything.
If it's a strength thing, Eric doesn't have it. I can guarantee that one.
It won't be a strength thing because then it won't be fair for Danielle as opposed to you, as opposed to Jen, kind of a deal.
Well, I mean, like that hanging from the upside down.
Well, I was
thing.
thinking, the running thing keeps going through my mind. I don't know why. They did this running thing in season 5 where they all were on a treadmill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when they couldn't keep up with it, they went down into this big pool of mud. And
they'd fall off the treadmill?
Yeah, they'd fall off the treadmill backwards and they go into this pool of mud. And Karen was a fucking long distance runner. How fair is that?
I was a track runner in high school.
I can't see this HOH being more questions, though.
Nor me. I don't see it being a buzzer thing.
No, any kind of questions, I don't see it being.
It's going to be something like the golf thing where we put the balls and we eliminate people.
Golf thing?
You know?
What golf thing?
There's a thing where they had a huge bullseye. You golf the ball.
Wait, are you making this up or they did this before?
Oh, this happened.
What season?
All-Stars.
Golf? I don't remember that.
They had these golf clubs. And they hit a big golf ball, and if it hit, there was a ring 1, 2, and 3. And if you hit the 1, you could put a ball in somebody's test tube, and they had like 4 balls where a line was with your name.
I don't remember that at all. That's weird, huh?
They had test tubes of names, like Dick, Zack, Danielle, and there was a line. And you would, depending on how close your shot got to wherever it got, you could put that many balls in a person's test tube, and each test tube held like 5.
Once it got to the top, they were out.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's how they did it. I mean, I can see it being something like that. Some kind of a dexterity thing or agility thing or something that puts everybody on an even ground, although it's slightly randomized. And
was the mechanical bull thing, that in All-Stars?
I'd lose that. I can't do that.
House guests. You are not allowed to talk about your diary room sessions with other house guests.
God. And the one thing that makes me laugh so hard, I didn't know I can't say that for fact, but Dustin was like, oh, on the bat one, where you're hanging upside down, I would have lasted as long as Jessica. My ass.
Everybody says so much, Jessica says, if I had pants on, I would have lasted 3 days.
She did a good job, though.
She did a good job, but still, everyone has their own reasons and their own deal. Why this? Why that? Even Jen's like, oh well, I was eliminated. That's why I got down. You got down because you couldn't fucking deal any longer.
She got down because she put her hand on the thing.
That's what she tells everybody. But she was climbing up and climbing down. She was at the end. She wasn't. She didn't have very much left in her at all.
It comes down to it. There was a rule. You broke the rule. You lost.
The way Danielle had it with her shoulder hooped through that thing.
I couldn't do that.
No, her arms are way too big, dude. I couldn't even get it over my elbow. Not like I was trying to, but I had it. That's where I had all these bruises up here. What the hell is that?
I didn't know you could do that. When he said that, I thought that was a health risk or like a.
Yeah, don't loop your arms through that. Yeah, we don't want to see you get hurt.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I'm not doing that. But I would have loved to have done that. I kept seeing Kale do it, and I'm like, she can't do that. Because
Kale kept looking over at me, and I put my arm through it, and it was holding onto my arm like this. And then Kale looked over at me and saw I was doing it, and she started doing it. And then Jen started doing it. It's like, fuck, I gave him an idea, but I needed to do it.
And then Kale saw me pull my wristbands off and put them on my hands. You can't do that. The fuck, I can't.
I was pissed when I tore my fucking sleeves off. And they told me I couldn't use those. But then they told me that I would have been able to use them if I would have torn them off while I was upside down.
That makes sense. What the fuck's going on out there?
Sounds like a fire alarm, but it sounds like it's getting closer.
Somebody rob a bank?
The bank would have been getting closer.